guys, if you can't tell by my outfit already, tonight we're going to see Aladdin.
I'm James.
And I'm Holly, and we just got back from seeing the live-action remake of Disney's Aladdin.
A whole new world? Maybe.
A whole new world, but the same world in a new way.
Was it a magic carpet ride? I don't know. We'll figure that out here in a few minutes. So let's start with, start with the original, since this was a live-action remake.
So, Aladdin was part of Disney's Renaissance in the late 80s, early 90s. These are the movies that I grew up with and I watched over and over again. And Aladdin was no exception. I know all the words, all the songs. I could recite the movie in my sleep pretty much. Which means the songs that they changed and the moments that they may have changed, I noticed this go round. Believe me, and we'll tell you a little bit about those too. But when I was younger, I also had a handheld Aladdin video game. And being a kid who didn't have very many video games and no gaming stations, the handheld Aladdin game I remember because I played it over and over and over and over again. It was red, it had gold sides, and I remember it.
I kind of know what you're talking about there. I didn't have that. I mean, I vaguely remember a game for the Nintendo, but I don't remember playing it.
I think I've heard of that, but I don't have that. So, anyway, it's a movie that was very beloved. I think it was controversial coming out. There was a lot of things that people were concerned about from this movie. But overall, I think it was a good movie, and I guess we want to do our spoiler-free stuff first. Just overall impressions.
I don't know that there's really a whole lot you can spoil about this movie. It's like everybody knows how the story goes, and
I don't think it's about spoiling how the story goes. Maybe spoiling.
We'll try not to spoil any of the twists that they did on this one, but
okay.
But at any rate, let's
overall
let's
thoughts
get in.
on, yeah,
let's get
overall
into the
thoughts on
comparison now.
Okay.
It's like numero uno, Genie.
The biggest debate of this year, probably.
You know, kudos to Will Smith because he actually had the cojones to take on this role, knowing that he was going to catch a lot of flack for it. And I'm sorry, it's like Robin Williams will forever be Genie.
And I think that's something that you have to go into this movie with the expectation. I had to do this for Cinderella for me when they remade Cinderella, with the expectation that I loved the original movie, and I could appreciate and enjoy this movie as a Disney movie that was similar to the one I liked before, but not intended to be the same thing. This one probably follows a little bit more closely the original, I would say, than Cinderella does. But I went in with the expectation of seeing a good story that I enjoyed. At no point in time did I expect Will Smith to be Robin Williams.
No.
And I'm glad to say that I don't think Will Smith ever expected to be Robin Williams either. Will Smith was, in my opinion, Will Smith was Will Smith. He played himself as a genie. Strangely enough for me, because I feel like
maybe that's what made it work for Robin Williams, is that he went in and he played the genie as himself.
But strangely enough for me, and I think of a lot of people, when Will Smith was cast, we're thinking back to the Fresh Prince days and saying, yeah, this is how he started. He was more comedic, and this is kind of going back to his roots. But personally,
all of his films, he's always had some kind of level of comedy.
I don't know. I feel like as he's grown, he's tried to do more fully serious roles.
He does do serious roles, but he always adds a little comedic twist to it.
I don't know. There's at least 1 or 2 movies that I've seen, and I am not a Will Smith aficionado, so that he was completely serious the whole movie.
I can't think of any.
What was the one where he's like living in this town where he has to is always getting attacked and has to kill things 24/7? Him and a dog.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And that's all I can think of for some reason.
I can't think of the name of the movie
right now. But anyway, the point that I was trying to make with this is I think people expected the comedic side from him, and I think the best parts that he did in this movie were the parts where he was being serious. When he was because Genie kind of also plays a role in the original as well as this movie of being almost like a conscience and not to the level of Jiminy Cricket or anything, but, this is what you need to learn here, Aladdin. This is what you should do. You should be you, and you shouldn't try to be someone else. And he does that, and those are the parts that I kind of find most endearing from him in this movie. So, you get that character growth from Aladdin. I feel like you get a little bit more growth from Genie in this movie, too, because he has kind of his whole own little thing that he didn't have in the original, which I thought was kind of nice to see. I enjoyed the casting. I thought Aladdin was a good Aladdin. I thought Jasmine was a great Jasmine. I think you get a lot more character development from Jasmine in this movie.
There were a few additional characters that you actually got a bit more.
But Jasmine, you get way cooler outfits too. Lots of pretty shiny, cool outfits that I want all of them. She was short an outfit from the original.
I'm just gonna say it.
That I would have liked to see.
I feel I got robbed. She did not have the red outfit. I don't care if that's a spoiler. That's if you've got to see that, then don't see the movie. It's not there. It isn't there.
It was a really fun part in the original. You don't get her red outfit, but she does have some other really cool outfits.
Yes,
Very pretty pinks, purples. She still has her classic teal, and I really liked that they cast. I liked the casting in this one, let's say, versus maybe some casting in some of the other live action remakes.
Oh, Fanny. Wow. Okay. Sorry, Beauty and the Beast. She'll always be Hermione.
But you are Hermione.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right watching Beauty and the Beast with her, but it was a good movie. Anyway, back to Aladdin.
You can't watch a review with us without talking about another movie, right?
You gotta have some comparisons there, right?
And not even to the movie we're talking about.
But,
you know who was way less annoying in this movie?
Iago.
Yes. Until he turned into a big frickin' creepy bird the size of, my nightmares.
Yes, this was a nightmare movie for Holly.
I kind of don't like birds. And Iago was on steroids for a part of this movie. Yeah, charging emus. Oh, no. Prince Ali and his menagerie.
So, needless to say, in the middle of the night, I'm probably going to get slapped in the face or something. It's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? It's like, birds! Birds! Birds!
The stuff that nights are made out of. Nightmares are made out of. We're back on Nightmare Island.
Yes.
So, any comparisons you have to the original?
I wasn't sure how I was going to like a lot of the songs going in. They
did a pretty good job.
I thought they did a good job of the songs. Whole New World. The original is still going to be the best. You're always going to compare everything to the original, and but I thought when the two main characters sang the song, it was really good. Mm-hmm. The end credits, I don't like
the pop version. Yeah,
and I don't understand why they do those anyway. But
I really really liked Naomi Scott's voice, Jasmine's singing voice in general. Aladdin kind of talked as far as I felt. Like, it wasn't bad, but
I mean, in the
it wasn't what I
cartoon version, he
expected.
kind of did that too. Riff raff,
like this.
street rat.
Yeah, not like this though. Anyway, the big songs, Prince Ali.
You've heard me sing now.
The Prince Ali and the Friend Like Me, good. In my head, I had them built up bigger than they were in the live action though. I don't know if it's because the cartoon level just hit a big that you can't hit in real life, because of all the cartooniness and the extra effects and stuff. Not to say they were bad numbers, but
No.
I expected fireworks and glitter explosions and
Flying unicorns.
Yes, exactly. Like, that scene in Inside Out where the, rainbow unicorn is like, whatever. And it was just a confetti cannon. Or two.
Okay, she says confetti cannon. It was kind of like a confetti waterfall or something. But anyway.
It was a confetti cannon that I could blow off in my backyard. There were no Disney fireworks. They came later in the movie, but they should have been in the end of Prince Ali or the end of Friend Like Me.
Speaking of songs, I feel that they changed words in the song. They made the songs more PC.
More friendly.
Whatever.
We don't cut off anybody's anything anymore, and with the exception of the one line in Prince Ali, where Jasmine got to be hot instead of lovely. They tamed down some of the words a bit. I went to try to sing along with them, and they weren't always the same. I know, Disney.
Yes.
I know.
And she's totally serious that she was singing in the theater.
Nobody said anything.
Because there was hardly anybody in our theater.
And shouldn't everybody have been singing along? They should have.
Anyway.
But speaking of songs, like the first song, I guess it's the second song in the movie, some of the camera angles and speeds.
Yeah, they have a few sequences in there where it's like high action
Or high dancing.
Or high dancing. That they were the characters looked like they were in
double time.
Yeah, it was like they sped up the characters' movements, but their face and their singing were still at normal speed, and it just didn't seem to go. And the dancing sequences, I don't know if it was CG or if they actually did legitimately speed up dancing or whatever, but some of the scenes just looked very awkward. And the first set of filming too, when you go into Agrabah when they're singing the intro song, made me a little like nauseous too, because it was like swoopy and I don't know, it was just odd. But you do get a new song. I think we got 2 new songs.
There's like some reprises and then like a new song. Yeah, I guess you could call it 2 songs and a reprise. So you get some new stuff too.
I actually liked one that Jasmine did towards the end, and it was although the scene just seemed kind of. I felt like it was in a musical. I mean, it was like Into the Woods all over again. It's like, what the hell am I watching here?
Okay, so you all know, we went to see Into the Woods when it came out, and every one of you watching knew it was a musical, right? You saw the commercials. All they did was sing. All they did was sing in the commercials, and 5 minutes in, my husband turns to me and says, "This is a musical?" Of course it's a frickin' musical. How do you not know this? So now, any movie we go to, if someone sings, James looks at me and goes, "This is a musical." Well, this time he looks at me and says, "This is really a musical." Like,
I'm sorry.
It's Aladdin.
Do you really need to sing, I'm going to the bathroom, I'm going to the bathroom, yeah, 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 yeah?
In a musical, you do. You do. I am going to now sing in the house every time I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom. No, I'm not. I'm finishing this video. Which nobody may ever watch again, but that's okay, because both of us have sung. We've lost all of our viewers. Back to Aladdin. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
So, the special effects...
So, special effects were like, it depended on the moment, really. Really loved the carpet. I really loved the carpet.
The carpet was good. The Cave of Wonders was
I loved the
good.
carpet in the original, too. Like, the carpet is one of those, especially in the original, but I mean, it's animated here, too, obviously.
But the carpet didn't actually look it didn't look CG.
No, but what always amazed me originally, and they brought that into this one, is how much they could make this inanimate object be human and feel and caring, and I've always loved that about carpet. And they did that again. I love when Disney does that. That's probably why I love WALL-E, because they made, like, you know, the least human thing look human and have feelings and emotions. So, loved carpet. I loved the relationship of Abu and carpet. I thought they were really great. Abu had a few moments, though, where he looked completely creepy CG. So, there was...
reused from Pirates.
Oh, no. Don't say that about poor Abu.
It's like, they use the same monkey from Dumbo.
Oh, my God.
It's like they just keep recycling the monkey.
The monkey on his back. Oh, no. 3 monkeys. Third time's the charm, right? They're done. And Raja too. You know, I know you were saying, oh, he was obvious CG sometimes, but he was really cool. Like, if I could have a Raja for a pet, I'm completely down with that. See you later, Banks. Wherever our cat is, I'm upgrading.
I mean, you know, he was very cool. You know, it wasn't all the time that he looked CG, but there were definite moments that it was just, he looks weird.
You know, speaking of lovable characters, not that I disliked the Sultan in this movie, but the one in the animated version was just so, like, cuddly and fun and cute and adorable. Not the same Sultan.
No. But I mean, you know,
he wasn't a bad character. It
wasn't a bad character.
You have to go back to again for the 50 millionth time and tell yourself it's not the same movie. It's not the same movie.
This is what the characters would resemble had it been.
Yeah, it's probably more accurate,
more realistic, I should say, because it's still not real.
Tell you what are you talking about? It's not real.
Where can I get a genie lamp?
You're not a diamond in the rough, apparently.
Some charcoal in that.
I disliked this Jafar way more than I disliked the one of the other ones. So does that mean he was a better villain?
Quite possibly.
I didn't like this guy at all. He sucked. They tried to give you a little, like, backstory on the dude, too. Oh, let's empathize with... No. No empathy. Don't care. Jafar.
Calling me Jafar.
You're wearing the shirt.
So... But no, they had some potential with the CG, and it just fell short. It was the whole new world sequence. They had a lot of opportunity to give you some really great scenery, and everything that they showed you looked like the scenes were at a distance, or they were so dark you couldn't make out any detail. It was like they made it that. It almost seems like they made it that way to cover up for their lack of CG budget or something.
Now that you're talking about recycled material too, they may have recycled that end scene from Dumbo. It's one of their flyovers, too.
Well, I kind of noticed like the intro scene when you're watching a Disney movie and they fly over the mountains, you see the river, and they kind of had one of those scenes in there that
I don't know. The song, I thought the song came out really cool, and I got what you're saying with that.
The song came out really cool.
But they did skip some of my favorite parts from the animated version on the carpet ride. And
it was kind of like,
there.
It wasn't so much as a whole new world as a whole new neighborhood. They just kind of flew around the block and...
Well, she did want to see her city.
Yeah, well, it's like, I mean, they flew over some mountains and stuff, but they...
Water, rivers.
Yeah, but
waterfall.
They apparently didn't go very far because in the cartoon they went all over the world, and
that's true.
In this case they just kind of went around the neighborhood. So
maybe they found a Babwa, because that's where Prince Ali is from. A Babwa.
The boo boo. So I don't know. I don't know what else is left to say, whether or not we spoiled anything. It's
we probably said more than we should, but I am sure that you've already gone and seen it, so it doesn't matter.
Because you're crazy like us, and you'll go watch anything that Disney puts out.
Why would they subscribe to our channel if they weren't?
Weren't crazy?
One of us. One of us. They weren't Disney people. And it's Aladdin. I mean, come on. If you grew up with Aladdin, you have to want to go see this, right?
I mean, I grew up with Aladdin, but I didn't see Aladdin at the theater. Probably during that whole Renaissance period, The Lion King was the first one I saw at the theater.
And I feel like, and so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you haven't seen Aladdin. Because I've heard more buzz about people wanting to go see Lion King than wanting to go see Aladdin. I was a little bit more hyped for Aladdin than Lion King. Obviously, I will be at Lion King. But I have my own personal issues with Lion King because they're just making another animated version. Because it's not really live action.
Yeah, it's just more expensive animation.
Yeah. Gonna see it. It's Disney. But I was more excited for this one. Don't hate me.
Yeah, I did want to go back to Genie real quick. Will Smith. Again, it's not Robin Williams. You can't expect it to be Robin Williams. He did it. Will Smith took on this role, and kudos for enduring the heat that you're going to get from that. But like you said, I think he did. If any I can't think of another actor that I think could pull it off better than Will Smith did.
I mean, it worked for being a different movie and a different version. I definitely didn't hate him as Genie. I liked him. I don't know if it's, I don't know if I could put a stronger word, but I liked him. I did. I didn't dislike him, and I didn't dislike any of the movie. It's one that I will happily purchase and watch.
Again and again and again and again.
And probably even more so than some of the other remakes.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm pretty sure I'll watch it more than I do Maleficent.
Beauty and the Beast.
Probably watch it more than Beauty and the Beast. I mean, I'll pop that one on, but not regularly. I like Cinderella, and I like its message, but it's a little bit of a kind of heavier one. Like, this is going to be one that is just fun that I think you can pop on.
Disney, if you're listening, and we're sure you are, because you're watching all of us.
Because we are on the top of your charts and all, okay?
When you're doing these movies, we like brand new actors and actresses playing the lead roles much more than...
Don't just pick a big name because they're big and everybody knows them.
Will Smith, good choice, but,
But if they're big and everybody knows them from one specific thing, don't like...
Yeah, Emma Watson as...
we love her.
But, the reasons not to watch Beauty and the Beast for me is that I can't watch that movie without thinking of her as Hermione Granger.
And I think a lot of people are in that boat. But I just really feel like...
Elle Fanning, you were always kind of iffy of her as...
Yeah. I have
Aurora.
not been particularly happy with their casting in any of the live actions. It's just me. Again, I watch them and I even like some of them. I have not been particularly happy with their casting. This one for me,
I'm okay with Angelina
with Aladdin
Jolie
and
with
Aladdin and Jasmine. I think those
Maleficent.
were great castings. Great castings. Will Smith was a good casting. So casting wise, this is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's like definitely for roles like Cinderella, the unknown works a lot better than somebody that's already known.
I mean, if you want to recast Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Simba, I'm okay with that.
Well, he's going to be animated anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Which is part of the reason I'm okay with that. And Matthew Broderick, you know. We can do that again, Disney. I don't think
Hey, they brought back James Earl Jones
They
as
did.
Mufasa.
Which I think is going to be...
Say it again.
Which I think is going to be fabulous. Maybe we can get him to sing Be Prepared for our next video review. Oh, wait, no. That's 2 away because June is...
Yeah, they're
We're going to save a spork!
Yeah, they're wearing me down. I'm actually considering going to see Toy Story 4, so we shall see.
Toy Story, I think this guy's going to be the aficionado on because I came to Toy Story late in the game. I've learned to really like them, but for some reason, as they were coming out, I wasn't.
I haven't seen
them
any
and,
of them at the theater.
And following them, so I kind of came late to the game in those. But you know, you remake the Renaissance films or the ones before that, Oliver and Company, to Oliver and Company, or Great Mouse Detective, and I am in. All in.
So, well, no spoilers for you beyond what we've already said about the no red outfit.
Spoiler? That was a spoiler. I knew we could spoil something.
Well, if that's your reason for going to the movie, I just saved you some money.
Whatever.
But,
Well, I think you should go see it. I think it was worth a see.
I mean, I don't regret having gone see it, but I guess like you said, you went in with a lot of higher expectations for some of the scenes, and it kind of magic carpet ride. It was kind of more like a magic rug ride or something, and whole new world.
This is what I think.
Kind
I
of
think
like
that
a
the scenes,
used world, and
the scenes that you expected
found on a resale lot
to be bigger weren't, but I think that they had some new scenes that made up for it. They were bigger.
It's kind of like get one of those certified pre-owned vehicles. It's almost like new, but it's just not quite there.
It's a good movie. Just don't compare it to the original. It shouldn't be compared to the original.
It shouldn't, but
I'm not saying lower your expectations. I'm saying it's a different movie. Go in expecting it to be a different movie. Nothing's going to top the original, and I don't think
it's
their
a
goal...
different movie that almost completely mimics the original.
I don't think their goal was to outdo the original. I think their goal was to use a new media and bring...
Then this is the bar where it should be set, and this is where they set the bar. It's like, this is Disney. This bar should be up here, not down here.
Now nobody knows whether they should go see it or not.
Again, it's one of those things.
You can't take him anywhere.
Yeah, well, it's good. It was a good movie to watch. I don't regret having gone watch it. I can't give it. I can't give it 2 years. It's like I'll give it like 1.25, 1.5 years.
He's mutilating ears. Go see it.
If she says go see it, go see it. If your girlfriend or wife says, I want to see it, just make her happy and go see it.
Anything else?
I can't think of anything else for now. So, well, we did enjoy it. She's telling you to go see it. I'm saying it's like, it's one that I don't regret seeing at the theaters, but it's also one that I wouldn't have been devastated to wait for it to come out on video after seeing the results. So,
I guess you'll have to make the decision for yourself, people.
yeah. It's like, will we buy it? Of course we will. She's going to make me.
Or we may have Disney Plus, and boom.
That will not be good enough for you. You're still going to make me buy it. So, anyway. We'll
have to see how Disney Plus works.
Yes. Well, I guess this is it for movie reviews until potentially Toy Story 4 in about a month.
But that's not it for videos. Make sure that if you haven't already, you're subscribed to our page. Click the notification bell so you know when new videos come up. We still have a bunch of videos that we're going to be putting out over the next few weeks. I know you've seen some from Vero Beach, and we have some from Walt Disney World in Florida. So all kinds of new stuff is going to be coming your way. We'll be doing a few different things too. So make sure that you subscribe and keep an eye on the page. See you real soon.
Until next time.